So obviously, there's a little bit of different points of view here. Personally, I'm like a big Ghana fan. Yeah, as a big Man United fan, big Ghana fan.
I don't understand.
We're a little bit pissed about the situation. What's good, bro? Why?
Very, because we don't need a player like this for all the reasons. Like, for one, there's nothing he does that actually stands out, and I think, okay, this is his trait. Like, I don't like Mudryk. I think he's useless. But like, when I've seen him play, okay, I've seen a few times where it's like, oh, so he does have a good eye for a pass, but his decision making is terrible, which makes him useless. Because if you don't know when to pass or when to dribble, it's like, okay, you are a bit useless at that point. Because it's like, I'm not going to get any consistency out of you. So your decision making is a problem. So we can't wait for you to figure that out. So we're going to need to get someone else in. Whereas Garnacho, it's not even just to this decision making. Like, shooting, not there. Passing, not there. Dribbling, not there. Playmaking, not there. Intelligent decision making, not there either. So it's like, what do I really have with this guy? Nothing. Even crossing, there's nothing there really for me to. And even in terms of being quick, he's not even that quick. I think because of how short he is, people think he's like very, very pacey, but he's not even that. Like, there's really nothing there to look forward to. And even the price that United are like want him for, like, if I want to pay, like, if I want to go buy a system player, I can go get someone from the academy or spend 10 million on someone. If I want a system player, I don't need to spend money on a system player.
Brother, but listen. Obviously, Mudryk and Garnacho both have the pace in common. But do you think the Garnacho running the players is going to be a little bit more frightening than Mudryk running it?
No, because whenever Garnacho does, they'll do a step over and pass back. That's all he does. If he doesn't do that, then he'll fall over trying to get past the player. Especially if we're going against low blocks. Like, what's Garnacho going to do? He's not going to do anything.
But bro, listen. Let's say it's the last 30 minutes. You're playing a top 6 team, and you've got Ghana off the bench to come on. Do you think in that instance he can be impactful?
I think he could be. I don't know how Maresca would use him. Like, it depends. Like, because I think he's going to have to be one of those players you have to micromanage, because I don't think he's a talented player. So he's going to have to be someone you micromanage. So he could get lucky, but at the same time, he could be costly. Because I've watched United and I've seen how bad they are, and he's a part of why they're so bad.
Okay, that's very interesting. I'm gonna share the screen, brother, real quick, because I wanna look through his player profile with you, brother.
Mm.
And then we'll see what's good, bro. But I just want to get your question. Like, let's say that you're a Chelsea manager. Would you pay any money for him, bro?
No.
For real?
No, I wouldn't get Garnacho. Like, I understand if you want to go out for a left winger, I can understand that. And you want someone who's direct, but what's this?
Let's see this. So look, even his current market value is apparently 50 mil, bro.
50 million, like, that's what 3 goals in 21 games get to. I'm sorry, football's finished.
Yeah, but bro, he's also barely played this season.
He's played 21 games.
Brother, hold on.
How many games has he actually started, though?
Games he started. Fuck, let me check that. I want to see if he's tonight, brother. If he's playing in the Man United game, bro. If he's gonna have like his fucking first trophy or some shit tonight, bro. I'm trying to balance all of this. Okay, so
he's in the starting 11 half of the 50% of the time.
Yeah, the goals and assists. Okay, fine. So in Europa, 1 goal, 6 appearances. It's not great.
But that doesn't determine whether he's a good player or not. It's what he does on the ball. That's the problem. Because GA has got us players like Lukaku. That's the type of stuff that had Liverpool fans thinking that Nunes was a bagsman. That's the type of stuff that got us Timo Werner and Kai Havertz. Like, GA is not a good indicator of what a top player is. And even back in the day, like when we watch players like Neymar or Ronaldinho or watch players like Messi, like I never heard people go on about GA or how old they were. They just went on about what they did on the ball, how great their dribbling is. Look at that beautiful pass he made. That was what they went on about. They never went on about GA. But now in this day and age, everybody does that, which is baffling. And they only do it for players that they try and make excuses for. I don't hear this about Yamal. I don't hear this about Palmer. I don't hear this, not even about Saka. Saka, good player, very good player. But like, I can understand that to a degree. But like, I don't hear that a lot about him either. Like, a lot of these, like for example, Hoyland, like another player, I don't really see what people see in, but they say, oh, he's 20 and he needs time, but time to do what? Like, what does Garnacho need time to do? If he can't, if his dribbling, if his passing, if his decision making isn't great now, if those aren't one of his traits, it's never going to be, because these guys play football their whole lives, so they figure out in their teams what they're good at. Then they go into their pro careers and they spend that mastering what they're already good at. If I'm not a great passer, if I can't cross, then I'm not going to be a great crosser in 5 years' time. It's a waste of time.
But brother, even from a trophy pedigree perspective, like he's already now got Carabao Cup and FA Cup and a Copa America. Do you think that if you add that kind of player to your team as well, to your caliber of wingers who haven't won that many trophies, because a lot of them are new to your team anyway, that can help out your squad as well?
How many games? How often did he play in the first in Ten Hag's first season? Was he like a? Was he?
Yeah. He was introduced by Ten Hag because
Yeah.
it was with the Ronnie thing they introduced him. It's actually on his debut in the Europa League was when he scored his first goal.
Actually, no. Wait. Actually, no. He played under Ranić, I think, because there was a 1-1 draw at your ground. I think Ranić had played him for a few minutes, but I don't think he made his first start then. But it was his first couple minutes of debut for them. But yeah, when Garnacho had his time to shine, and then that attack of him, Rashford, and Højlund came about, it didn't help United. And you think, okay, maybe that's just they just need time to settle in or whatever. And then the longer it happened, they went down to 15th. Like a lot of the games Amarin's lost is due to picking those players. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't really understand what we can benefit from getting Garnacho, because like especially if the teams are gonna go down in no blocks, it's like, well, at that point Garnacho's what's the term? Surplus to requirement, not really useful at this point.
Well, bro, I want to ask you something though. Let's say forget about your opinion. What do you think it is from Chelsea that they even want Garnacho in the first place, bro?
Bro, I don't even know what it was I don't know what it was from the directors that made them want Sanchez, Disasi, Badiashile. I don't know what it is that made them want Mudryk. I don't know what it was that made them want any of those players, to be honest with you. It's kind of like a conflict of opinions, because we don't even really have one director of football. We have like two or three. So like I think it's kind of a fight between different opinions. Maybe one of them wants them and one of them might not, because it was an internal discussion of whether they'd really want to put a bid in for the player. And from what I've read, and I think they have now, but
bro, what was it? About a week ago now, apparently Kobe Mainoo was going to be going to Chelsea as well.
I think that was
yeah, but it feels like any basically youngster in the world that's linked with leaving, now Chelsea just want to swoop in and get them ASAP, basically.
Because we use AI scouting, so we use AI scouting. It's a thing that I think a few American teams use. This website called AI Scout, and these owners get the people who work for them to go and like find all these like stats and data and all that stuff and find players that suit that, and they'll buy whoever. That's just how they sign their players. So that's really what got us players like Mudryk and stuff.
Damn, bro.
That's our scouting, really. Like our squad planning's been terrible.
Because to be fair, wait, I'll share this with you as well, mate. Like I'm looking at your bench just from your last game, your team from your last game. Like you man have already got Neto, Madueke. Okay, you got wingers there. Palmer can also play winger. Obviously, he's better at 10. You got Nkunku who can also play winger, and you got Sancho. You got Felix who can play winger. So you got to be thinking, surely Maresca must rate Garnacho higher than a lot of these man if he wants to get him for 70 mil.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that, bro. I can't lie.
But that's what I don't understand, because even a lot of them names I rate. I mean, I
But
don't know.
Maresca doesn't have a say in anything. He's just a coach. Like these guys don't want managers that want to say. They just want coaches. That's where football's going now. Like they might ask what Maresca's opinion is, but Maresca didn't want Felix, and they still brought the guy in. So that's why Felix isn't playing, because Maresca sees Palmer in the 10 position. He doesn't want Palmer going on the wing. If Palmer played on the wing, then Felix will be playing more. But it's because Palmer is in that 10 position. He didn't feel like he needed Felix. That's why. So Maresca, even if he doesn't want to play, these owners will still sign a player. His opinion's not really that, doesn't matter that much to them. And really, the thing is though, it's not that they don't want to win; they do. I just don't think there's no pressure at the club anymore. That's what's changed. So now they'll wait as long as they can. So just picture the Cronkies, but spending money with all the patience in the world, pretty much. Because I know our Arsenal are always linked to these players, but they don't end up signing them. But with us, it's like, well, these guys will sign the player, they'll sign these players, and they'll spend as much money as they want, but they'll have all the patience in the world. And then they'll sign a lot of youngsters that they're not really going to use, but they'll sign them with the intention to sell for higher. So we're kind of doing a sell to buy thing.
That's interesting as well. Okay. Oh, this is actually good. Okay. Hold on a second, because I'm going to get you in on this note, because this is a point that I make quite a lot on Garnacho. Is I feel like Garnacho, one thing that I would say he is as well is that he does usually turn up in big games to some extent, whether it's a goal or an assist, because he turned up in the last two finals in the Community Shield, obviously against City, where United lost. He scored in that game. He also scored in the FA Cup final before that. Would you say that even from a big game perspective? Because I reckon, bro, I genuinely believe it. If you guys are playing like a City or something like that, and you guys are in the final 30 and you put Garnacho on from the bench, I don't think he'd start for you, but I think if you take him on from the bench, I don't think City are going to like that.
But paying 70 or 60 million for a player that comes to come off the bench is a bit ridiculous. But even then, does this guy really turn up in big games, or does he have a good few, or does he have a good moment? Because a lot of players play badly, but when they score, that goal it pretty much overrides and makes people forget about the bad performances. Like Noni Madueke scored 4 goals against Wolves, and the next 6 games were terrible from him, but no one said anything because he scored 4 goals against Wolves. So it's that's another thing, that when a player scores, how bad they perform doesn't matter anymore. But they say, oh, he turned up in this game and he turns up in all these games because he scores. But if he doesn't play well, it doesn't help, because if we're trying to attack and this guy loses the ball, it forces a turnover, and we can see the chance, then him having a lucky moment is not really that useful. That's my problem. So if he has a lucky moment, that might be nice, but spending 60 million, especially for a player that doesn't really start for us, it's just pointless.
Nah, I'll be real, bro. His stats for this season are just not good enough, to be honest. I mean, you can probably see that it's just not good enough.
Yeah, but stats is what I'm using to say I don't rate the guy, though. That's the thing. Because there are a lot of things, because stats provide detail, yes, but there are things they miss, because sometimes they forget about the player that makes the key pass to the assist. Imagine the player does a trivela in the middle of the park, and it gets to a player on the wing who makes a pretty simple cutback pass, and it goes to the striker who taps it in. Now you would think, oh, great assist from the winger, but you forget about the guy that made that sick pass to the person that assisted the goal. That's things that stats don't put up. That's things, they're simple things the way players take on other players. These are things that stats don't often cover. So I'm not looking at Garnacho's stats and saying, oh, this is why I don't think he's a good player. It's just what I see him do for 90 minutes. Even some of the comps that I watch, they don't make him an outstanding player either. They just make him look very average.
Bro, I get something straight. I just read this and I forgot about this. Did Man U beat you lot 2-1? This isn't taking the piss, by the way. This is genuine.
When was this? We lost United last season at Old Trafford.
And you're not be Chelsea. Yeah. Oh fuck.
Sirinos.
Yeah, December 2023, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, you got the assist in that, I guess. I know you ain't a stats man, mate. I guess we'll have to.
I need to watch back the moment to see what led to that, just to see.
Mate, we'll have to, brother. We'll have to wait and see. I do want to just end this and ask you, bro. Though, let's say that he doesn't go to you, man. I think I've spoken. Obviously, I've spoken to you about Garnacho before back in the past. Do you think there's any club he could go to? Let's say not. It doesn't even have to be United, or it can be United. Like a Atletico or something like that. Could you see him bailing out, or do you think he's overrated? Just overrated.
Overrated, but I can still see him going into any of those clubs. I mean, there are a lot of players at a lot of big clubs that I don't find outstanding. Again, I don't think Havertz is outstanding. I don't think Doku's outstanding. I don't think like there are lots of players at big clubs right now that aren't really outstanding. So I wouldn't put it. He'll make a big move. Like wherever he goes, he'll go to a big club. So it's a shame it's not going to be Napoli, but yeah. And the president's comments didn't help either. That didn't help.
Hey, brother, finally. Hey, if Ghana bags today, are you gonna change your tune on Ghana?
No, like no, because like what a good moment, and if you have a bad performance but a good moment, it's like I focus on what you're doing on the ball that also leads to that good moment as well. It's like if you have one good moment but play badly over time, like you're costing me in the long run.
Brother, let me fucking wait. Let me see. I want to see who Man United playing today. Is he even going to play? Because with all this transfer news, surely he's starting.
Yeah, he's starting against Rangers. Yeah,
Brother,
I think
what you said?
Started, or is it just the lineup that's out? Because I know he's starting.
He's starting. He's starting, bro.
Let me see this. Actually, I might give the game a watch. But let's see what's the lineup. Okay, Bayern there. Okay, you need to do goalkeepers. Euro, Delict, Martinez. See, Delict is a player I would have loved to sign. Dallo, right, that's it. Yeah, Ahmad, Collier. Okay, Collier's actually good. To be fair, Collier's good. Eric, all right, fair enough. Dallo, I'm not gonna lie, you do need wing backs.
Nah, left back is a big problem, bro. Big fucking problem.
I see what Amorim's trying to do because it reminds me of like what Tuchel was doing when he came in. I think he was just lucky with like the system was good. The system is not problematic. I think it's just who Amorim picks that kind of costed him. But yeah, he'll need wing backs.
Do you think Amorim rates Garnacho, or do you think he's like disciplining him right now? You don't think he rates him?
I don't think he doesn't. I don't think he rates Garnacho. I don't think he rates Rashford. I don't think he rates Hoyland either. I think he'll obviously say like the right things to an extent, but he will. I think he's leaving. I think he's at the times where he's played them. I think he's done that deliberately to hang them out to dry to an extent. Who else is starting? Bruno. Bruno's decent, but like my problem with Bruno is that he's not as dangerous as he should be. Like whenever I see him, sometimes he gives away the ball very carelessly, like, and he's always quick to just boot the ball away. And it's like, bro, at least look and see if someone's there before you boot the ball away. Like Bruno, I've seen Bruno do very good things, but like he's not as dangerous as he should be. Garnacho and Xerxes, man. Yeah, I like Xerxes. To be fair.
There you are.
Yeah, I like Xerxes. He's a good player. Like, if we were living with Xerxes,
would you take Xerxes ahead of Garner at Chelsea?
Sorry?
Would you take Xerxes ahead of Garner at Chelsea?
Absolutely. Because because if we signed Xerxes, I'd actually be a bit more convinced by that. Because then Jackson has to step up. He has to step up now. Xerxes a link man. He's a bit like. I think he's a bit similar to Jackson, but his finishing's better. I think his finishing would be better for us.
Brother, what are your score predictions for tonight, finally, against Rangers?
It'll be like 2-1. I think, actually, you know what, 3-2, because you guys are going to make it difficult for yourselves.
Oh, yeah, and who's scoring?
I think Garnacho will score. Garnacho will score one. Yeah, he'll score one, and then he'll score one, and then some man in the chat will start at me about Garnacho. But he'll score one. I think Bruno will score one, and then I think Xerxes or Ahmad might score the winner.
All right, bro, that's dope. All right, mate. Yeah. Fuck, let me cut this recording, bro.
Yeah. Did he get the audio?